And now for your sports news, we're joined by NTD's Dave Martin. Dave, we've got some football news, but let's start in baseball, actually, as the New York Mets have reportedly agreed to a 3-year deal with free agent infielder Bo Bichette. Where do you see him playing?
That's a good question because, Bichette has been a shortstop his whole career. Now, the Mets already right now have Francisco Lindor, who's an all-star there at shortstop, so I don't see him playing there. Now, I think some teams have also viewed Bichette as a possibility at second base. Of course, the Mets have just acquired Marcus Semien there, another all-star who either plays second base or shortstop. So probably not either of those two positions. Maybe third base, though even there, the Mets have that young star, Brett Baty, there at third. So I'm not sure if they're thinking him at third base, possibly at first base. The important thing, though, is to get Bichette's bat in the lineup. I mean, he led the American League in hits in both 2021 and 2022. He's got power and average. He's young. He won't turn 28 until March. Now, given he's young, of course, you would think he would get longer than a 3-year contract. This is reported to be. And he's actually able to opt out of this contract after both the first and second seasons and become a free agent again. Now, the total on this deal is a reported 3 years, $126 million. That is $42 million per season. So that's pretty good there, too.
And then if he goes back and gets re-signed, go up.
I know. He could be looking at, a $50 million a year deal. We'll have to see. But you know what? The guy who I think we're going to talk about in a second, he did very well, too.
Well, let's do that, because Bichette wasn't the only big signing in baseball recently, as the LA Dodgers reportedly agreed to a deal with free agent outfielder Kyle Tucker. What did you make of this news? Yeah,
the rich get richer for sure. I mean, he was the best free agent available. He's going to the Dodgers, the Dodgers who are the 2-time World Series defending champions. They already have the highest payroll in the game. But between this deal and, previously signing free agent closer Edwin Diaz, they've really shored up their two biggest weaknesses in the offseason here. That was the bullpen and the outfield. Tucker here is the big get, really, in free agency. He's about to turn 29 years old. He's a great hitter. He's a great fielder. He's a great runner. 4-time All-Star. He's a Gold Glove winner in right field there. He's won a pair of Silver Slugger awards. Now, he did not come cheap. Reports have this deal 4 years, $240 million. That's an average of $60 million per season. Only Shohei Ohtani's deal, which the Dodgers signed two years ago at $70 million per year, is more than that. Of course, more than 90% of Ohtani's deal is actually deferred. No word yet on how much of this would be actually deferred, although the Dodgers are very well known for having a lot of deferred amounts in these big contracts. So the Dodgers are essentially turning to what the Yankees were under George Steinbrenner, Tiff. Successful and expensive and somewhat disliked for being so good, especially if you're a Royals fan like me and just hoping they can be better, hoping they can sign. We would have taken Bichette or Tucker or Ohtani for sure, but he didn't go to them.
All right, well, big moves in baseball.
Very sad, obviously.
Shifting gears to the NFL, though. Yesterday we discussed the Seattle Seahawks listing quarterback Sam Darnold as questionable to play Saturday with an oblique injury. What's his response been? Yeah,
this was a mystery yesterday when it came out because he had not been listed previously on the injury report either Tuesday or Wednesday. Darnold cleared that up last night, saying he feels like he'll be ready to play Saturday, tomorrow, and he added that there was, quote, close to 0% chance he won't suit up. Now, Darnold made his second straight Pro Bowl appearance at quarterback this season, or I should say was voted in the second time. He finished in the top 10 in a number of passing categories. If he can't go, even though he says it sounds like a very good bet that he will, they do have second-string quarterback Drew Lock. Lock has not gotten much playing time this year, though, because Darnold has been so healthy. They would also possibly be the underdogs if Darnold can go. As it is right now, Seattle 7-point favorites over the San Francisco 49ers on Saturday. It's going to be a big game there, Tiff.
Yeah, would you look at that? But that Seattle versus San Francisco game is one of 4 playoff games this weekend.
Yes, this is the second round of the playoffs, also known as the divisional round. Don't ask me why that is. It's just known as a divisional round, though, folks. Hopefully these games are as exciting as last week's games. Now, last week's game tied an NFL record, 12 lead changes in the fourth quarter among those 6 games. Now, here's the 4 matchups we have this weekend. first, we start off with Buffalo at Denver. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 4:30. And then the aforementioned San Francisco at Seattle. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Then on Sunday, the first game, Houston is at New England. That'll be 3 p.m. Eastern. Then at 6:30, the LA Rams are at the Chicago Bears. Now, the weather looks like it definitely could be a factor, too. The Los Angeles Rams are going to fly into Chicago, and it is going to be in the teens. In fact, this game starts at 6:30. The low is for 9 degrees that day. It's going to be very tough for a team from Los Angeles, I would think, to deal with that. We'll have to actually see. Foxborough, Massachusetts is not going to be much better for that New England game. The Houston Texans will come there with it's supposed to be a 60% chance of precipitation. Temperatures will be in the 30s. And of course, Buffalo going to Denver is supposed to be freezing there in Denver again. But of course, Buffalo is from a cold weather area too, so they should kind of be used to it. Really, only this San Francisco versus Seattle is going to have decent weather here, from what I can tell. But I don't know about you, Tiff, but I like watching football games in the snow. It's kind of fun when the elements are kind of part of the game.
When the fans have to dig their way into the stadium.
Yeah, that's a tough one too. Have you ever seen that where they come in, there's snow all...
They get free beers for that.
I bet that helps a lot, right? Maybe it numbs you to how cold you actually are, and then the next day when you wake up and you have frostbite, then maybe that's not so good. But I'm sure it was a fun experience when they do, right?
Some team bonding, but who knew that, covering sports, you also cover the weather.
I know, I feel like a weatherman tonight, I think this could be a second career
We need to put you in front of a green screen for that.
Well, that could be a challenge for me, that's for sure. It's hard enough doing it like this.
Well, on that note, I know you have a lot of games to watch this weekend and a lot of updates for us Monday, so David Salas, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tiff.